What's up, everybody? Welcome to the morning movie chat. I am your host, Trinity. Thank you all so much for being here today. I apologize about the delay, but I don't know. Something's kind of gone a little bit different here on the YouTube dashboard when I started up OBS and all those kinds of things. I don't know. So went ahead and worked through them. I guess I guess that's that. So anyway, I hope you're all having a good day today. It's Friday, January 31st, man. Here we are at the end of the first month of the year already. 1 month down. And man, I'm telling you, it's been quite a month. It seems like a lot's happened over this past month. I ended up, at the beginning of the year, ended up crossing 1,000 subscribers. Got monetized a few days later, and I don't know. I don't know. It's been a really busy year. Gained a few new subscribers since then as well, and just I don't know. I guess 2020 is not waiting for any of us to catch up anytime soon. I got a couple things we want to talk about here today, but let me see if I can even find this site and show you guys to share it. Let's see, we got Fanjextra here. Ken Colin, thank you so much for being here. For the love of movies, Kobe, I hope you're doing well. And Sir Nerd a Lot, thank you so much for being here. Now let's see if I can find this. What I was looking for here. This story. Um, yes, there we go. That's it right here. Okay, guys, there is. I learned from Josh over at the Den of Nerds. You know, he does. He's been doing some morning live streams over on the Den of Nerds live show. They got their Den of Nerds live channel where they're doing some streaming pretty much every morning, doing something similar like I'm doing here, except for they talk more just about nerdy news, and things like this. Well, what this morning he started off with was it's this exclusive coming out of Murphy'sMultiverse.com. Charles Murphy broke this story just this morning. It dropped here on the website about Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, confirmed to introduce MI6 characters Liko Wu, Liko. I probably butchered that. And Clive Reston and Blackjack Tar. Now, these are characters, I'll be honest with you. I mean, just to be 100% honest with you, I don't really know who these characters are. Let alone, I'm not very familiar with Shang-Chi as well. Obviously, this character has been around for quite a while. But really, here what they're saying through the article is that production of Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings is currently in production, underway. Filming has started shooting in Australia. So they've had some casting information that is leaked out, where they're going to introduce these characters that I just mentioned, Liko Wu, Clive Reston, and Blackjack Tar. In this movie, they are MI6 agents. It says MI6, or Military Intelligence Section 6, is the UK's secret intelligence services and has played a major role in Master of Kung Fu comics, on which Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is based. After coming to understand the true nature of his father, international terrorist and crime lord Fu Manchu, Shang-Chi worked alongside and then with MI6, most frequently teaming up with agents Clive Reston, Blackjack Tar, and Liko Wu, with whom he also had a romantic relationship with. And it's saying the film is will apparently introduce the idea that Shang-Chi worked for MI6 at one time, but has since made his departure from the world. Reston, whose confirmed presence in the film was first rumored by HNE, which is HN Entertainment. I know they have a website as well. I think they even have a channel here on YouTube. Is described as Shang-Chi's old partner and friend, who is now married to Liko Wu, an elite MI6 operative who once had strong feelings for the Master of Kung Fu. Fellow MI6 agents Blackjack Tar, always up for a fight in the comics, is described as an elite martial artist who enjoys the thrill of the battle. So, and it goes here just kind of who they were, the people they were looking to cast, for this film. So, I don't know. I guess that it doesn't. I mean, we haven't really heard a whole lot about Shang-Chi in the first place. So, I guess it should really come as no surprise that that we're finally getting some news here, I guess, and that these characters would be introduced again. I'm not very familiar with the with those characters in the first place. Like Shang Chi and all the other characters that go into that. So I don't know, some news, some things to look forward to coming up for the Shang Chi movie. One of the things that was rumored to be happening in this film is they're going to be supposedly possibly having like a martial arts tournament in it, kind of like like Dragon Ball Z, or you could even think about like kind of like in God, what was that? Bruce Lee, the Bruce Lee story. The one with Jason Scott Lee, where he played as Bruce Lee, and yeah. Anyway, kind of like that, just like a martial arts tournament, or even Bloodsport. Remember that movie, Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme. So anyway, that there's supposed to be doing something like that as well with it, and there's like if you go over there and watch Josh over at the Den of Nerds, he kind of did some videos where he's kind of speculating on that, and he broke a lot of that down pretty good. A lot of put a lot of I don't know, put a lot of good thoughts on there. You can go find some of their Shang-Chi videos on there. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. But I don't know. I'm pretty excited. What do you guys think? I mean, are you excited for Shang-Chi? I mean, is it something that you guys want to see? I mean, or are you one of those people who's like, the MCU ended with Endgame for me? I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Okay, so let's see here. Who else has joined the chat? Looks like we got 10 people here. Make sure you smash that like button. And I also want to say, give a special thank you to all the Patreon supporters that we have here on the channel. You can see their names scrolling across the bottom there. They are the people who help support these live streams. So thank you very much to all of the Patreon supporters. Okay, let's see. We got Fanjecture Ken. Everyone says good morning, Sir Nerd a lot. For the Love of Movie says, any fans of Breaking Bad? You know what? My wife is. My wife, she just actually binged all of the Breaking Bad seasons. I don't know, like in December, and she trudged through them too. She got into it. She watched one episode, and then like she was like, oh man, she's like, this show is so good. And she just kept going and going, and yeah, you know how it is. If you're one of these stream junkies out there, stream junkies. Do you know what a stream junkie is? You should go check out. I believe it's happening on Darth Lunga's channel, the Great Council, here on YouTube on Saturday evening. They're going to be doing stream junkies, and they're going to be talking about some Star Wars and can't remember what else he said. Ooh, and not the gentleman, but the Irishman. The Irishman? Yeah. The new Martin Scorsese film this Saturday. But no, I haven't watched Breaking Bad myself, but I've heard it was really, really good. Aduda Reviews says, yo, what's up, Aduda Reviews? I still got to go watch that video. That video I believe that was you that sent that to me about the Bruce Lee movie. Yeah, I still got to watch that, but I've got it. I've got it. Aduda Reviews and Ken say, yes, they love Breaking Bad. For the Love of Movie says, have you seen Better Call Saul? No, I haven't, and I would like to because I like, what's his name that's in it? Is that Bob? Yeah, Bob Odenkirk. Is it? Yeah, Odenkirk. Because I always get his and Steve Odenkirk's last names mixed up. Ken Cohen says, watched it 3 times through now. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was gonna say, and I heard Better Call Saul was a really good one too. Haven't actually seen Better Call Saul. Okay, yeah. Like I said, I heard Better Call Saul was pretty good. I think my wife, I can't remember if she started watching that as well. Kobe says, Better Call Saul season 5 coming out later in February. I'm thinking of reviewing Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul in February. Yeah, certainly, dude. Do it. A good thing. And again, you know what, Kobe? Make sure you come back here on Monday. Because I'll have some other streams going on, but make sure you come back on Monday and let us know if how the interview went, man. I want to know. I'm sure we're all curious how that went. A Duda Review says, I know nothing about Shang-Chi. Yeah, I like, as far as like the character from the comics and everything, yeah, I'm right there with you. Total normie here all the way. I have one actual old Shang-Chi comic. I've got one. It's an old Master of Kung Fu comic. but I don't really know about the characters, so I'll be learning mostly. Well, I don't know. I guess I got time before the movie comes out to get some comics of them read. You can always go check out like Marvel Unlimited or even like Comixology and stuff like that, and they have all kinds of comics on there and stuff like that that you can read. So yeah, maybe I'll look into reading some of those. Jimmy Vasquez, what's up? Says, flexing on us, flexing. Captain Pennsylvania, thank you so much for being here. Captain Pennsylvania says Shang Chi is gonna be the surprise movie, other than Eternals. It's gonna be an actual martial arts flick. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's going to be like a pretty good martial arts flick. I can't wait to see it. Everything that rumors and stuff that have kind of come out that I've heard. Like I said, Josh over at the Den of Nerds, and you know this as well, man. Some of the stuff that he talked about and kind of broke down, I'm like, ooh, that sounds really good, and it sounds like it would make a lot of sense. And it makes me wonder. I mean, through what they're wanting to do there, if they do a whole martial arts tournament, that opens up so many doors to, like, they could introduce so many characters just through holding a martial arts tournament, obscure characters that you probably wouldn't even think of, and then all of a sudden we're going to hear from them later. I mean, just so easily done. Plus all the other things that are coming out about it too, with like the MI6 and all that stuff. Like, that's interesting because that can tie in a whole lot of other things as well. Things I don't really want to go into right now, but yeah, a whole lot of stuff. Fanjecture says binge buddies. Yes. No. Well, I believe that the binge buddies is going to be my rival. It's going to be my rival show called Binge Buddies, since they didn't use that name, and they're using Stream Junkies. We'll be the Binge Buddies. Does anybody else out there want to be a Binge Buddy? Maybe we'll grab Max and we'll bring him in too, and he'll be going between both shows, and maybe I'll go between both shows, and it'll be like we're all collaborating, like we're a bunch of... Well, I guess we could just do that anyway. They actually, Darth Lunga asked me if I would be on the show on Saturday, but I haven't watched any of the things that they're talking about this Saturday. I certainly don't have time to catch up to... the Clone Wars. I think that's what they were talking about, the Clone Wars seasons. I think they're in like season 5 or something like that they're talking about. I certainly don't have time to catch up to that right now by the time they do that on Saturday, and probably don't even have enough time to watch The Irishman between now and then. Cerner says, The Irishman. The movie was brutal to get through, but it was good. I'll have to watch it. I need to watch it. Captain Pennsylvania says, Shang-Chi has clones now? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Keely Chow says, hello, everybody. How are you doing, Keely Chow? Thank you so much for being here. Captain Pennsylvania says, MI6 confirmed today. Yeah, that's what I was just reading reading a little bit from the article, maybe before you got here, Cap, from the Murphy's Multiverse. Let me see. I wonder if I can get that on here. I probably could, but it would take a second with all. I don't have it all set up right now. Otherwise, I would happily show you guys the screen capture here from Murphysmultiverse.com. It's a website, you can go check it out. He's one of the Marvel scoopers out there, one of the better guys out there that you can definitely. I would say he's pretty credible with his information. Vanjexter says, yes, let's do it. We'll air at the exact same time. Maybe we'll do some of that Fatal J live stream hijacking. We'll start ours at the same time they got theirs, and we'll go jack their live stream. We'll go hijack it. Keely Chow says, Captain Pennsylvania, I don't have to go to work until February 10th. Nice. Got some time off, either on vacation or something, I would assume. That sounds very, very nice. I'm self-employed. I run my own business there and everything. So I don't really get a chance to do all that. So anyway, okay, now along with all that Shang-Chi news, I mean that sounds all cool and fine and dandy. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Are you excited for Shang-Chi? I know I think it'll be pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. It'd be nice for them to bring in, getting their first Asian character in there. They're gonna have a martial arts movie, and we know that that's one thing that the MCU has seemed to do pretty well throughout this whole time. is they've managed to make. They started out like the first original ones weren't didn't really seem like it, but they're kind of like genre films, really. You know what I mean? So that's it's something very, very cool that they've got going on there with that. Having like like you watch like Captain America: Winter Soldier, where it's like that spy espionage kind of film, and then just all the different ones. You got like the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're like the space sci-fi flicks, and then you've got like the Ant-Man, which is like kind of like how would you say like it's a yeah. I mean, the space sci-fi flick Ant-Man is more like the just kind of fun adventure kind of movie. Thank you so much. AFK Bard says, "Good morning, everybody. Hey, it's payday here to celebrate with Trinity and Company." Well, thank you so much, AFK Bard. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here. Captain Pennsylvania says, "I live like 40 minutes north. Oh, near Atlanta. Okay. Oh, okay. Currently on vacation. Okay." Keely Chow and Captain Pennsylvania are talking it up. I'm like, huh? I'm like, I must have missed something. I did. I missed a little bit there. A Dude Review says, honestly, I'm most excited for Bill and Ted 3 this year. Yeah, you know what? That will be great to see. I grew up loving Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I love those, dude. As a matter of fact, I wish I could find it. I cannot find it anywhere. The soundtrack for Bill and Ted's Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. It was a great album. And I can't, for some reason I have problems even finding it on digital. Yeah, like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, come on, like, because it had some songs on there by like Slaughter, Megadeth, Primus. Let's see, who else was on there? Kiss is on there. Um, let's see, and Steve Vai. Steve Vai actually has like a couple of really great songs that he did there on the album too. And if you don't know Steve Vai, he's like one of the greatest. He's like an awesome guitar guru, and he's a badass. We'll put it to you that way. AFK Bard says, Trinity, you're caught up with the chat this morning. Yes, so far I am. So far I am. Thank you so much again, AFK Bard, for the generous $5 donation. Glass Cannon says, fake news. What's fake news? Clickbait title? What's the title is Captain Marvel 2 in trouble? Oh, we haven't got into it yet. We haven't got into that yet. We're gonna get into that in just a minute, though, Glass Cannon. We'll get into that in just a minute, any minute now. And yes, Glass Cannon. If your freedom of speech from yesterday, it's okay. You can come back in here. It's all good. You can come back in here, and you're welcome to be here. It's okay. None of us have a problem with you. Just don't be calling people racist for no reason. A Dude Review says, I know it's Winger, but I love the song Battle Stations on that soundtrack. Yeah, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with Winger, because Kip Winger, he actually graduated from Juilliard. Like, yeah, that Juilliard. He knows his stuff. Like musically and everything like that. He knows his shit. Is what it comes down to. Kip Winger does, just because and that's the thing, is a lot of people hold those cheesy what was it, early '90s songs against him. She's only 17, and I can't remember what other songs there was. There was a couple of them that were kind of like that. A lot of people hold some of those songs against him, but like he came out with albums later, like here in the 2000s. There's some really good stuff. I mean, Kip Winger, like he knows his stuff. He's a good musician. But he says, haha, I love she's only 17. Yeah, it is. Les Claypool is a musical genius as well. Yeah, Les Claypool is good too. Definitely. So obviously, you know the soundtrack that I'm talking about as well. And you probably know how badass them Steve Vai songs are on there, where he was just like shredding it up, man. Like, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Sir Nerd a lot says Les Claypool is a musical genius. See, apparently apparently I need to start doing more music reviews and stuff like that, because apparently I've got a few people here who enjoy their music and as much as I do, it sounds like. And so maybe I need to do that. I've got a couple of reviews here on the channel that I did already. Well, one in particular that I did for Faith No More's Angel Dust album. You should go check it out. A dude who reviews says Steve Vai is a guitar god. Yes, he is. Captain Pennsylvania says agreed. We love that music. See, here we go. Here we go. Maybe we just need to start getting into music here on the channel as well. I mean, I have it here listed on stuff that I do here on the channel, but yeah, like, dude, guys, I'm really into music. I grew up, pretty much in the '80s and the '90s. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm really into a lot of that stuff. 2000 stuff as well, like modern music as well. But just certain bands and stuff like that. Like, yeah, like, and I grew up a metalhead. Like some of my favorite music was Motley Crue, and well, I mean that's rock music, but it was like Motley Crue, Metallica, and things like that growing up. Anthrax, got into like Panteras, and like I'm not really big on grunge. I mean, there's some of it that's okay, but like I'm not really big on grunge. There needs to be Keely Chow says there needs to be a Constantine sequel crossover with the Keanu Reeves and Matt Ryan as John Constantine. That would be pretty cool. That would actually be pretty cool. I haven't seen this Matt Ryan Constantine thing. Is that from the TV show? I haven't seen it, but if that's the one I'm thinking of, I heard it was good. But the Keanu Reeves movie I thought was good. But I mean, I think that's something they could do. But I mean, DC needs to do, or Warner Brothers needs to do something with getting their DC stuff like in some sort of sensible manner. From Pantera to Flip Mode Squad. All right. Sir Nerdalot. Ooh, yes. You bring up another good one there, Sir Nerdalot. The Crow soundtrack is still your favorite, though. Of soundtracks back then, that one is a good one. That one is a good one. Like that song Slip Slide Melting on there. That song is great. I don't know what it is about that song, too. But then obviously you got Pantera on there with The Badge. You got Stone Temple Pilots. God, which one is that? Too long. Man, I can't. What is the name of that song? Interstate. Is it Interstate Love? No, it's not Interstate Love Song on there. I got the song right in my head. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, it's got that. It's got that Nine Inch Nails song on there. This is a good one. And I'm not even a big Nine Inch Nails fan, but that song that's on there is a good one. Yeah, Big Empty. There we go. Big Empty. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, The Crow is good. It's so good. He says I have Beavis. Yeah, the Beavis and Butthead soundtrack. I remember that too, dude. It's funny because I was just thinking about that one the other day too. The Beavis and Butthead soundtrack. Definitely good stuff. You know what's funny is, do you guys remember the Simpsons soundtrack? Do you remember that one? The Simpsons were what was it? The Simpsons Sing the Blues. That's what it was. Remember the Simpsons Sing the Blues? Anyway, okay, guys, we need to get into the topic. We see we're getting derailed here by talking about good '90s music. We're talking about good '90s music, okay? And I believe me, I could go on and on for all. Maybe I need to make that Sunday show. Should we do that on Sundays from now on? Let me know down in the comments below. Should we start doing a show? Yeah, we'll do. I'm gonna post that on my Facebook, on my Instagram, and on my Twitter and stuff too. We'll do that. That's gonna be a question of the day of the week. We'll ask it all weekend. Should we just do a show on Sundays talking about music? And if any of you guys want to come on and guest, be a guest on the show, let me know. We can do that. We can do that. No, but I've been pounding out classic Simpsons EPs on Disney Plus. Oh yeah, the Disney episodes. Yeah, the only thing I noticed it too. The second that I turned it on was that they changed the format from how it was originally presented to fit the widescreen and whatnot. They cropped it, and I was like, dude, no, you can't do that. Just like I think Seinfeld did that too when they put out their digital. Okay, so anyway, what we're getting into here is the one thing, just so I don't make a Glass Cannon upset here about my clickbait title or anything like that, or freedom of speech. You're welcome to be here. You're welcome to be here as well. I know, one of the mods, booted you yesterday, but that's okay. You're welcome to be here. Just be cool, man. Be cool. That's all we ask. Um, so today I wanted to talk about this idea I've got, and what kind of made me like, I've had this video in mind for a long time that I've wanted to do, and it's called Saving Captain Marvel. Because right now we can see that Captain Marvel 2, there's a lot of news going on about Captain Marvel, about, it's finally getting ready to go in production. It's been in the news, or been out there that they are currently looking for a director. Now the thing is, this article came out saying that they are looking for a female director, and a lot of people, of course, this is YouTube, you know what I mean, this is YouTube, this is the internet, so you got to do what you can to get those clicks, to get those those views and everything, to get those dislikes from people who come to my channel and don't want to, and see my clickbait title that says Captain Marvel 2. Is it in trouble? Yeah, that's totally a clickbait title. That, I mean, admittedly, that's a clickbait title from hell right there. But the thing is that's what's going on out there. Everybody's like, oh, like this movie, they're just looking for a female director and all that stuff. Well, for one, the research that I did, nowhere did it say they're looking just for a female director. They're just looking for a female director. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, the original article that I seen, I think it came out of Variety, I think, or was it the Hollywood Reporter? It was one of those two. It came out, they were breaking the story, and it said that they were looking for a female director, but the way that it was worded and the way it made it sounded like they actually had a female director already in mind that they were talking to about coming in to do this movie. Not that they were seeking only a female director, because when I talked about it the day that news came out, because I think most people would agree that looking just for a female director, so like, it limits the talent pool that you have to go from. And there's nothing wrong with female directors. I mean, hell, look, I mean, we can see, just looking out there at the movie landscape, that there's plenty of great female directors out there that could come in and do this movie. That's not a problem as a female director. Is a lot of people are running out there with the story that they're looking just for a female director and all that stuff, and I don't know that that's necessarily the case. I mean, maybe they are looking just for a female director. I mean, would anybody doubt it? I mean, it's not undeniable that they might be doing that. Hey, it's very plausible. But I mean, obviously doing that limits the talent pool that you have to pull from. But also, like I said, the article, to me, it made it sound like to me it sounded like they had somebody that they had were already talking to, that they had ideas and plans with anyway. And I guess we'll soon find out, because that's what it sounded like. And hopefully, if anything, I mean, if that's the case, whatever, no matter how it goes, you know, hopefully they just get a good director for the movie. Hopefully they get some great writers for the movie as well. Apparently they had also reached out to, I can't remember the young lady's name. I'd have to go and look it up, but to pen a script for it. So probably just a rough draft of what they can do, and that's what's kind of going to bring in this video that I have. You can see there in the thumbnail, but I've been planning on doing this video for quite a while, and I think maybe now is about the time I need to maybe strike while the iron is hot, and maybe I should have done it a long time ago when I planned on it. But it's going to be called Saving Captain Marvel, and I'm going to pose a lot of questions in this video about, is it possible? Can this movie be brought back? Because we all know there's been a lot of controversy out there with the Captain Marvel movie. I mean, there's plenty. I mean, whether you feed into it or not is another thing, and that's kind of what today's title has to do with too, is because that's what a lot of people do, and in the YouTube community, online community, just everything all together is these titles. So people take every little piece of news and dissect it to whatever they can, present whatever part they want to maybe get people there to get their views, and and maybe they have their own agenda and stuff that they want to push, but ultimately all it really is you take some news and you run with it, and you put whatever spin or skew it to whatever view you need to for whoever's coming to your audience. If you're getting mostly these people, of course, so you're going to cater to those people. You know what I mean? That's just the YouTube hustle, man. It's just what people do. But naturally, like this, we talked about this the other day. They're looking for a female director, and naturally, a lot of people ran with that and think that that's express their opinions on it and this and that. Everybody has different opinions on those things, so everybody's going with that. But and some people are acting like the sky is falling when it comes to these things because of when they were doing the first movie. Brie Larson was at the Women in Films awards. I think it was Women in Film. Yeah, I think it was Women in Films awards. And she went up on stage and she won an award. And she came out there and said a bunch of things that could have been said. The same things could have been said, but a lot smarter with a lot better language. We'll put it to you that way. And people wouldn't have been as disagreeable. But there was a lot of backlash and outrage due to these things that she had said. And then I believe it was at that same place where she was being interviewed at that same festival, the same award show where she was being interviewed by a young lady, and I believe that is here on YouTube as well. You can find both these clips on YouTube where she was talking about bringing more people to the table as far as reviewers, movie reviewers, and things like that for movies. More seats at the table, all that stuff. If freedom of speech was here, I know they could be dropping in the quotes. I was counting on you today, freedom of speech. I was counting on you being here today with that clickbait title and that clickbait thumbnail, man. I was counting on you. Where are you at? Where are you in our time of need to drop all those Brie Larson quotes? You better come back. You better come back. I want to see him. Because we need him today. But so that really threw a lot of people off. It turned a lot of people away. A lot of men were upset. A lot of men were upset. And I guess that's why I'm not men, but a lot of men were upset about the things she said. A lot of white men and things like that. And the thing is like, what she said and where she said it makes sense, but again, it comes to one of those things like you need to be a lot smarter about the things that you say out there. But like, it's cool, like you wanna empower women and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But like the thing is I think we all probably agree like doing it at the expense of somebody else, in this case men, it just doesn't really play well with men and a lot of women as well. You know what I mean? So so there's a lot of people turned off by that in the first place, right? There's a lot of people who you're not going to steer back into wanting to watch Captain Marvel 2. None of those people are coming back. They're just done with it because they don't like Brie Larson. And that's okay. That's okay. If they have a problem with the words that Brie Larson said in this stuff, that's fine. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. People are entitled to feel how they feel, or to have their feelings about those kinds of things. Because even I feel like what she said was kind of like, well, that's kind of stupid to say that, or at least say it and put it that way. I mean, because you just went and turned a lot of people away from potentially liking any of your movies, let alone this movie that you're doing. And so there's that has Captain Marvel 2 going against it anyway, but we can easily say that Captain Marvel was still successful without all of those people supporting the movie in the first place. So there's that. But the real question that I want to put in this video that I'm going to be doing called Saving Captain Marvel is the real question that I want to put in there is, because of what they've done with the character here in the movie as compared to what they did in the comic books. And I'm also going to present a way to be able to fix that and pay homage to the origins of this character, the original Captain Marvel. And I'm going to present all of these in hopefully a thought-provoking style video, movie, documentary thingy. And I've actually been thinking about, because I want to do this. I want to do this thing to present this case because I do believe if they listened to me, which we can see by the comic books, Marvel must have listened to me at least once about those 2-page title pages, damn it. But if they would actually listen and do some of these certain things with some of the films they got coming up, I think they could bring a lot of the people back as much as they can into making this character somewhat tolerable to a lot of the people who do not like what they did with the Captain Marvel character here in the movies, because they pretty much scrapped anything to do with the original Captain Marvel, Marvel. So I have a way. I think they could do it by way of the second Captain Marvel movie, even the Ms. Marvel series that's getting ready to come out, even going into the next Avengers movie, Secret Empire. Oh dang, man! See how I fit all that in there at once? Whew, man, I'm good. I'm good. But I have an idea. I have these ideas where I think it's possible where they could bring Captain Marvel actually back into the story, pay homage to that character, pay homage to that character, and then they can move forward because a lot of people feel strongly about that too. People who are actually like Young Rippa 59. I'm a big supporter of his channel, love his content, and when I went into Captain Marvel the movie, the first one, I was like, I didn't know about the character. I had no investment in the character whatsoever. In the original Captain Marvel, Marvel, or in Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel. So I went into the movie with really no bias other than Brie Larson said some stuff in a press conference and pissed a lot of people off. I had no other reasons to doubt this movie or anything like that. So I went in it with pretty open minded. I went into the movie. I think the movie's decent. It's a decent movie as a film, as an actual film. It's a good film, but and even the movie itself, I think is pretty good. Now the thing is what I didn't know at the time is what they did with all the characters. You know what I mean? I didn't realize that I didn't know all the origins of Marvel and Carol Danvers and how she got her powers and how she was Ms. Marvel first and then became. I had no clue of any of that stuff. So since that, I've read up some on Captain Marvel. I actually read the current Captain Marvel series. I actually even read the series. There was a series that came out right before the new one that Kelly Thompson is writing that came out called The Life of Captain Marvel. And I read that one. I actually thought it was pretty good. Because my first introduction to Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel, was back in the Assault on Pleasant Hill. And during the Assault on Pleasant Hill was like the story that kind of takes place in a weird time. It was after Captain America, Steve Rogers, handed off his shield to Sam Wilson for Sam Wilson to become Captain America. And there was this, what happened was S.H.I.E.L.D. had this little town that was a prison called Pleasant Hill. And what they did was they held prisoners captive, and what they did was they changed their mind. They changed their reality. They warped it for their mind. All these bad guys thought that they were good guys. They're running ice cream shops, mechanic shops. They were your local mailman. They were your teachers. They ran the city. And what happened was Maria Hill went on trial for all of this stuff because, people found out about it and people had a problem with it. The Avengers went in there to there was an uprising there in the prison from Zemo. That's Zemo. And they ended up breaking out of the prison. He got a couple of the other people together, and they actually trapped the Avengers in this prison. And in the meantime, what happened was there was some of the heroes that weren't there that eventually went there. Captain America ended up turning. Because he was old at this time. He was old and shriveled up, almost like they did in Avengers Endgame. Weird, so weird. And then he ended up getting all his powers back from the Cosmic Cube, which was Kobik, which in the and this is the tricky thing where in the comic book, the what would be like the Tesseract or the Cosmic Cube in this case in the comic books is Kobik is like the Reality Stone, not the Time Stone or not the Space Stone. So there's a little bit of differences here, but still all possible through what they've got done with the Tesseract. Well, anyway, she gives Captain America his powers back and makes him young again, and he becomes Captain America eventually, again, after taking the shield back, or getting the shield back, from Sam Wilson, Captain America. Who, at the time, through all of this, Sam Wilson, Captain America, when he was Captain America, he had some altercations with John Walker even, U.S. agent. So weird, right? And what happened was through all of this stuff, this went through Pleasant Hill, and then it went into Civil War II, and then Civil War II went into Secret Empire. And through all of this, I think, that's where I met the character of Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. And you know what? I think they actually nailed. I think they actually nailed the character in the movie. I think they nailed the character of Captain Marvel in the movie because in the Civil War II story, she's basically the one that you kind of like. She's insufferable. She's just like she's not good. She is basically Tony Stark, and yeah, I said that. I said that. Chillmonger, if you're out there watching, I said that. She's not very likable, and she is overpowered. She's a little OP, and things like that. But I think the character that I was introduced to through these stories, when I came into got back into reading again, she perfectly, like Brie Larson and what they did in the Captain Marvel movie, perfectly model the Captain Marvel character from the comics, the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel, perfectly. So, I mean, I compare it to that. That's the character that I know. So I thought that a lot of that is actually really done perfectly. But I do believe there's a way where they can go back and they can pay homage to this character, to the original Marvel. And I'm gonna work on this video to present that idea. And I was thinking about just doing it like a nice little 20-minute video, but I think it's gonna take me a little bit longer than that to do this. Thank you so much for the super chat. AFK Bard says, I felt that the characters in Captain Marvel were fine, but the plot itself was generic and kind of boring. I think the second movie has potential. They just need to forget Brie's public flub. Yeah, I was gonna say, and that's the thing is like, the people who are upset about what Brie Larson said in those interviews and at that film or at that awards show, people aren't going to forget that. Like the people who are truly upset about that aren't going to forget that, and they're not going to forgive it. They're just upset about it. There's no turning those people back, and that's okay. That's okay. People can people can hold their grudges if they want to. I'm not against that. That's perfectly fine with me. But those people who are upset about like the comic books, like the actual origins of the character, I think there's a way to actually go through and salvage all of that. To bring Marvel in, to get rid of Marvel. I mean, even in the same way that they did in the comics. All of those kinds of things can easily be done. I think, by way of the Captain Marvel sequel, as well as the Ms. Marvel TV show. But the other thing is like if they did what I'm thinking, they would have to skip over doing Captain Marvel Civil War 2, which is what I think the next Captain Marvel movie is going to be. I've been saying that for quite a while. So if you hear that rumor, anybody else out there ever qualifying that stuff, bring him that to... I said that a long time ago here on the channel. Well, I'm going to go find some video footage, some footage of where I've said that. So I've talked about that so many times because I the other day I was somewhere and somebody said that too. I'm like, dude, that was me. That was my stuff. That was my stuff. And thank you for the $10 super chat, AFK Bard. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. But let's go ahead and get here into the live chats and see what everyone else is saying here. We were talking about music here. Here we are. Let's see. Keely Chow says, my taste in music ranges from Ozzy Osbourne to Stone Temple Pilots to Public Enemy. Yes. Love Public Enemy. Yes. As a matter of fact, I had one of my friends who was supposed to be working on a guitar track for me to redo a Public Enemy song. I was going to do it all metal style. Captain Pennsylvania says, I talk about my love of the Deftones. Oh, man. Don't even get me. Dude, like the Deftones... The Deftones put on one of the most intense shows I've ever been to. And I've been to several great ones. And you know what? Limp Bizkit puts on a hell of a show. But I think Deftones put on the most intense show I've ever been to, and that was on the Around the Fur tour. Oh, effing great, bro. It was effing great. And I heard the tour before that for the first Deftones album. I heard that tour was really great. I got some friends when they were living in Lawrence, Kansas. they seen Deftones quite a few times during that first tour, and when they were out there touring for that, man. Deftones is badass, dude. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Vange Extra says, yeah, they said they are fixing it though. Fixing what? Oh man, do the Bartman. Okay. What did I miss? They are fixing what? Oh, okay. The probably the Simpsons thing, the Simpsons frame thing. Public Enemy, yes. PE. Keely Chow says, I like classic rock, metal, grunge, and hip hop and rap. Yeah, me too. I'm right there with you. And metal. Yeah, metal. Yeah, you got all of them. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Keely Chow. Definitely. Fenrir 5 says they're supposed to fix the Simpsons frame rate by the end of March or April of this year. Nice, nice. Rosetta Allen, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well today. Frame ratio. Okay, yeah, I got you. Aggressively Relaxing says, you will regret the day you booted me. Was that you? Was that you aggressively relaxing? Are you freedom of speech? We needed freedom of speech here today. We needed freedom of speech here today to actually drop those quotes because they would have been useful today. Like, today you could have been here for us, freedom of speech, but you weren't here. You failed me today. You failed me today. Oh, man. It's a shame, too, because we could have used them. Captain Pennsylvania says, I'm actually excited about Captain Marvel. Some good storylines coming, I hope. Yeah, I think it's possible. I think it's easily possible. Keely Chow says, there needs to be a Marvel Hasbro crossover with Transformers and G.I. Joe. Whew. Yeah, I don't know. That would certainly make Transformers and G.I. Joe probably good and interesting. Yeah, and you know what's funny? Is I haven't watched any of those G.I. Joe movies. Not one of them. I need to, because one of my friends, he's told me they were really good. A Dude of Reviews says, still waiting on a Thundercats movie. It better be the Thundercats from the 80s that I grew up with. I'll tell you that much. Thundercats happens and I'll die a happy man. Yeah, that would be cool. I used to have my little Lionel toy, with the, yeah, I used to have that, came with a little snarf and everything. Yeah, man. Rosetta Allen says, completely disagree. Nothing wrong with female directors, but hiring for gender or race is wrong. Yeah, and yeah, that's the thing. Rosetta, I don't think you do disagree with me. Because what I was saying is, there's nothing wrong. Is exactly what you're saying. There's nothing wrong with hiring a female director, but the thing is if they're hiring just that, looking for just that, they narrow down their field of potential talent so much. That's the issue. Hiring them just because they're a female is, I mean, yeah, that's just wrong. But hiring a female director, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that's the thing. I think like Young Ripper 59, he even talked about it, and you probably watched his video, Rosetta. He talked about that as well. It's like there's nothing wrong, and I was talking about that the day that news broke. There's nothing wrong with hiring a female director at all. That's fine. That's fine. But like, you don't want to look for just, because I mean, not saying that there aren't a lot of great female directors out there, but you're limiting the pool by at least half. By at least half, by not wanting to get men in there as well and giving them a chance. 12 Comic Talk says, hey Trinity, how are you doing this morning? I hope you're doing well. 12 Comic Talk. Fens Extra says, I would like a Mask movie. I remember that movie, or like I used to have some of the little toys, the Mask toys and everything. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But why don't you just go watch the or was it? I think it was just Mask from the 80s. With Cher and got Eric. You know what I'm talking about. Oh man, why all of a sudden I forget his name? Red hair. He was in Pulp Fiction as well. Stoltz. Eric Stoltz. I'm still waiting for a SWAT Cats movie and a Cops movie. Right? SWAT Cats, huh? I don't know if I've ever seen that. A Dude of Review says Visionaries was an awesome cartoon. I don't think I've ever seen that. So Nerd a Lot says, yes, I still have some of the toys. I really want another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot. I'll always be a sucker for turtle stuff. Yeah, and you know what? I don't think I've actually watched those Michael Bay turtle films. I didn't watch those, but I do like the original ones. I watched the 90s Turtles movie yesterday. Yes, still great. Yeah, I seen that at the theater. I remember seeing that at the theater. It's funny. Fatal J was talking about that the other day, and I know he loves that stuff too, man. Because yeah, I loved the Ninja Turtles when I was a kid. There needs to be an animated Justice League Power Rangers crossover movie. That would be pretty cool. Fenrir Fire says, so many good cartoons mentioned. Might Max, Inspector Gadget, and the Ghostbusters are some often forgot about cartoon shows. Yep. I remember like the Ghostbusters show, and then remember they did the original Ghostbusters as well for a little while. I think that's what it was called. Um, Justice League might be too powerful. Aggressively Relaxing says, generic corporate feminism makes me so goddamn angry. Why did you just have to bring up the award show, Trinity? My day is basically over now because of the rage her speech fills me with. Do a video on it, Aggressively. Do a video on it. I would actually love to see that. I would actually love to see you do one of those videos, Aggressively. I'd actually like to see that. There needs to be more Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe animated movie. Yeah, I haven't. There is one, isn't there? I haven't seen it though. Power Rangers were never really my thing. Now you want to talk Voltron? I'm in. The new Netflix animated show was great, says Fanjecture. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that. Again, I don't really. I mostly watch movies. Fenrir Fire says, at Cats of Pennsylvania, love them. Watch them every year. The old turtle den is my go-to turtle channel. Check him out. Covers all the goodies from those movies and more. Oh, the old turtle den. We'll have to check that out. For sure. If you got that link, drop it here. If you got the link to that, drop it in the comments, man. I'm sensing we're all of the same generation. Haha. Yeah, probably so. I'm 41. So yeah. AFK Bard says, I'm not a white man, and I was irritated by what Bree said. Right. Yeah, and that's the thing, is what she said, because what she said was stupid. There's no need to say that. And the thing is what she wanted to say, what she was trying to say, there's nothing wrong with. What she said was a stupid way to say what she was trying to say. What she was trying to do, because she turned everyone around there, and that's the thing, is it's irritating what she said. You know, I'm only. That's the thing. I don't know. I won't really get into that, but the thing is like what she said was stupid. She could have said that in a much better way that wouldn't have upset so many people. You know, she could have X'd out a couple of lines, couple of things she said, and said most of everything else she said without upsetting so many people, because it was stupid. Because I mean, it hurts her reputation to those fans, to those people who were potential fans and things like that. I mean, and really it's more about her than it is the actual movie, because the movie was still successful in the first place, but it's still about her, and she's still going to be successful. You know, like I said, there's still plenty of people out there who are going to forget about it, who don't care, and those kinds of things as well. I like the old OG Voltron show that was on Toonami back in the day, says Keely Chow. I haven't seen that neither. Trinity, that Hawkeye series is good. Good. Thanks for putting me onto it. Yeah, man, I'm True Skills. Can't wait to see a review on it. Yeah, the Hawkman was pretty good. I still haven't read the second issue, but the first one was good. Rosetta Allen says, I don't like Carol Danvers either. Yeah, and I haven't read any of the Ms. Marvel stuff, but the Captain Marvel stuff that I have read, like she's written, like it's almost not even fair, because she's written to be that antagonist where she's not very likable. Aggressively Relaxing says, watching Power Rangers is like doing drugs. You will lose track of time, maybe a job, and will be angry your habit isn't as important to your loved ones. Fenrir Fire says, Captain Marvel had good special effects. The combat looked awesome. Yeah, agreed. Keely Chow says, for me, Brie could have said it differently when it comes to wanting diversity. Absolutely. And that's exactly what I was just saying. Like, it could have said it way differently. You could have said what she said for the most part, but in a way that wasn't so off-putting for more people. Fanjector says, I'm what they are now calling a Zennial, someone born between 77 and 83, after Gen X but before Millennials. Nah, man. We're Gen X. People born, yeah, like right there, like about like 1983, 84. That's like 84, 85. That's basically the millennials right there. Those are the millennials. Then after that, you got your Generation Z, which are the ones that would have been probably born right around, late 90s or so, early 2000s. Those would have been, yeah. I've looked into some of that stuff, but no, it's not Zennial, man. We're Generation X. We're Generation X. That's really all there is to it. But the thing is the year I was born, it's right, it's kind of right there on the cusp, because the millennials would have started, like you're saying, right there about 80, about 83, 84, 85. I'd say I would say probably like 84, 85. But same here, fan. Yeah. Yep. A dude review says same 1980. Although I have read I'm old, I'm an older millennial before. No, that's not true. The millennials are really from about 1985 on. They're about 1985 on, for the most part. My birthday is October 8th. Rosetta Allen says, in fact, that bubble is the literal range of me and my siblings. Yeah, nice. Yeah, there you go. End of 83 here. Nice. Fanjector says, due to reviews, I'm 82. We used to be, but they realized we grew up knowing what both of those generations went through. Yes, best generation if you ask me. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, everybody feels that way about their generation. Captain Pennsylvania says, damn you, Maria Hill! I live near a place called Pleasant Hills. Close. Nice. Got to get back on the road. Take it easy, Rosetta. Have a good one. I was created in the 1700s, says Aggressively Relaxing. E equals MCU. Thank you so much for being here. E equals MCU says, I think you're onto something. Yeah, I've been talking about that for a while, some of that stuff with the Pleasant Hill and things like that. Like, man, I'm telling you, like, it's all there. It's all right there. And the thing, I think it would be smart for them to go into Secret Empire, because Secret Empire would allow them to bring in and kind of reboot some characters and bring in new people to play those characters, just from everything that happened there. Let's see. Aggressively Relaxing says, we were the best generation in the context of the age. I guess so. Struggle Forever says, Endgame was the off Marvel for me. No more wallet openings for Marvel. Torrents all the way from now on, says Struggle Forever. And thank you for being here, Struggle Forever. I don't think I've ever seen you here in the chats before. But yeah, and that's honestly, a lot of people feel that way too. And also, it's not even just a lot of people who were, that are talking about all the SJW politics and all that stuff coming into movies and all that stuff. Even like people, there's a lot of people who feel the same way, who like these movies, who are just kind of like, it's over at Endgame for me. But also, Marvel did themselves no favors by coming out and saying, this is the end. This is the culmination of, and all these different kinds of things, because that kind of puts it in people's mind like, okay, this is over. Like, you can be done with it here and it's okay. You know what I mean? That's what it did for a lot of people. I think the marketing in that sense was not very smart on their part. A dude review says, I heard a out of a petition there's a petition out to get rid of Brie Larson. Yeah, that's a little over the top. I mean, like, just don't watch the movie. Just don't watch the movie. I don't know if I'm confident enough to turn down a ass double if it was offered to me. You're so funny, Aggressively. He says that is super gross struggle. Aggressively Relaxing says Deftones Around the Fur tour was incredible. Yes, it was, man. It was great. It was yeah. And I think that was that my only time seeing the Deftones? I can't remember if I seen them after that, but yeah, that was like an intense show. It was great. Aspect ratio, yeah, we got it, Fenrir. Due to review says, not that weird, Thundercats roar thing. Southern Comic Geek says, what's up, everyone? Thank you so much for being here, Southern Comic Geek. Fanjector says, if you've never seen that old video, basically an old school deep fake of the Thundercats with Brad Pitt and Vin Diesel, go look on YouTube for it, you'll enjoy it. Alright, we'll have to check that out. Due to review says, I'll have to check that out, Fanjector. Yes, definitely. According to Christy, thank you so much for being here. Says, where's my Dorks and Dolls t-shirt, Trinity? Thank you so much for the super chat. According to Christy, I greatly appreciate that. And hey, I didn't even see that come across the thing. Did that come across the thing? Let's re-put it through there, because I didn't see that come through there. Yes, that's. Sorry, I don't have merch, but if you want. I was actually I'll save it. I'll save it for what I was gonna do for that as well. I'll save it for a different time. But thank you so much, Christy. I greatly appreciate that. Fenrir Fryer says, it's pretty cool you guys share other people's channels. Definitely makes our communities stronger as a whole. Yeah, like if there's other people out there that I, like their stuff, I want to share it and, help get people out there like Fanjecture who is here in the chat. I'd heard of Fanjecture before, and then started seeing him coming into the comment sections and stuff, and then I went and checked out his channel. I'm like, oh, dude, like I love what he does. So like, Fanjecture is one of those channels as well. Like, it's a channel I love what he's doing over there. I was actually on the show on Wednesday that kind of got botched a little bit, but hey, it was all good. It was still fun no matter what. It was still fun no matter what. Maybe we should go through and do an overdub on that. We should pull the video from it, and we'll do an overdub on that. Adam, we'll do an overdub on that. We can edit it so people can. That would be funny, and so like the video, you'll see me going while the words are going different. You know what I'm saying? That would be funny. Let's see here. But yeah, definitely, I like supporting other creators out there as well. Creators I like, creators I've worked with, and different things like that. Yeah, I mean it's good. Yeah, I mean we should be supporting other people out there. Like a Dude Who Reviews does some different reviews. I've still got to go check them out, but I did subscribe and I got to go check out some of his reviews. There's like the comic book community is all super supportive. Like Aggressively Relaxing here, another channel that I absolutely just love their content. Really good stuff. According to Christy here, Christy does some live streams and things like that as well. She does some trailer reactions. She does some movie reviews, things like that. You should definitely go check her out as well. So yeah, that's something I like doing. Now, what I don't like is when you get people who just come in here and are just like, oh hey, can I drop my link? Oh hey, come check out my channel. Like I had somebody doing that for a little while, and I found out who it was, and we took care of it. We took care of that issue. I'll put it to you that way. But like that's that's not how you do it. That's not how you grow your channel and stuff like that. What you do is you come in here just like most people do. Is you come in here, you interact in the comments, you let people know like, hey, I'm cool. Like here's you interact in the community with the people that are in the chats, with the person who's holding the live stream or in the videos and whatnot. And just get them to be like, hey man, I'm part of this community. I'm cool too, man. Like what you always try to do is add value to others. Something very important is try to add value to others, and by doing that, they're going to add value to you. So yeah, and I have no problem doing that with a lot of people. Southern Comic Geek says, "Let the market decide if they want a movie with all these super strong women characters. Stop trying to force everyone to like it. On the directors, let the person be picked, not a certain class." Yes, indeed. At Fanject says, "No way, they changed it all. You wrong. Change. Oh man, what was I talking? Oh man, what did I miss? What am I wrong about?" Southern Comic Geek says, "I'm glad you finally watched Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe." Okay, Southern Comic Geek, I gotta ask you, Southern Comic Geek, are you Marquise Roberts? Did you change your channel name and did you change it up? I mean, I don't know. I don't know here, man. Let me know. Let me know. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's check this out. I don't know. Are you Southern Comic Geek? Oh man, why is that not working? Anyway, but yeah, I didn't get to watch all of the Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe yet, but what I did see of it, I liked. A little bit lower budget. You can tell they were working with a lower budget and everything. And obviously that being the case, they don't have the best actors out there in the world and everything. But what I've seen of it, I actually enjoyed. And speaking of which, if that is you, Marquise, and even Marquise, even if that's not you, and Marquise Roberts, if you're out there watching, I've got this review that I'm going to be doing here on the channel very soon as well. This Quantum and Woody comic book that just came out this week. So look forward to seeing that here on the channel. A little bit more Valiant Universe heroes. According to Chrissy says, "You're welcome." Well, thank you so much. And you're welcome to Dude Who Reviews. Pope Cerebus the First says, "Dude, people are community so great. I just got a pair of 350 print run books sent to me that I never thought I'd have. Truly incredible." Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Especially like the comic community, man. Like a lot of the people in the comic book community, They're so freaking awesome, dude. They really are awesome. And there's people out there like you can go check out like Rod the Rican, from Just a Rican in his comics. He does a show every Sunday. I think it's on Sundays, called Comic Book Community Shoutout, where he brings smaller content creators on there and everything, typically under 1,000. And they get on there and he just talks to them and they just talk comic books for a little while. He had me on his show. He helps people out. You go check out JB from Discovery Bay Comics. What he does, he basically runs a TV guide for comic book YouTubers. So yeah. Yeah, and the comic book community is so they're very supportive, and I try to be supportive of all the people that I like out there as well. Um, yeah, just let me let me just go book an ADR booth real quick. And okay, I must have missed something. Echo Base Network says, "Hail chat, how's everyone doing? How are you doing this morning, Echo Base? Hope you're doing well. Ords Boards, what's up, my brother? How are you doing this morning? I hope everything is going well for you. Um, Looking forward to some more videos. I need to get actually on and watch some of your videos because I always see you on Drunk 3PO's channel. I always see you on Drunk's channel. So I need to go actually watch some of your videos. Maybe I'll download some of those and watch them today while I'm working. Pope Cerebus says, no Southern comic is a solid guy too. Guy that got back into collecting. Okay, I didn't think they were the same because I thought one time the other day we were in the same chat together and there was Southern Comic Geek and Marquise Roberts in there. But yeah, Marquise Roberts was telling me to do that. And Southern Comic Geek and anybody else out there, I mean, look forward to seeing that comic book come out. Because Marquise Roberts has been yelling at me like, dude, you need to read more Valiant and stuff like that. So hey, I've got it. I'm gonna do that and help a brother out and do some reviews for him. Or actually, I guess he's helping me out. Brother's helping me out. Shit. Let's see. Friend 5 says, Echo Base, hope you're doing good. Everyone's saying they're doing good. Southern Comic Geek says, no, I was in the chat when you were talking about it. Okay, yeah. And I've got to finish watching it, but I thought it was pretty good. According to Chris, he says, I started watching Ribbit and Bigot Show because of you. I thought it was so damn weird at first. Yeah, and that's like my brothers, the Cotton Connection, man. Kermit the Log, Snow Dub Music and Entertainment, hilarious content creators. They're just funny dudes. Like people take them seriously. You know what I mean? And like that's okay. I mean, like I'm not saying they're jokes neither, but like people take what they do seriously. It's like they're just dudes having some fun, man, doing some comedy stuff, talking about movies and things like that, just commentating. They're hilarious. Yeah, and I love Kermit the Log and Snow Dub Music and Entertainment. Those, and I need to collab with them again soon. Maybe I'll see if I can bring them on the Trailer Park Live tonight. Because I haven't heard from my other guest who was supposed to be my guest this week. But yeah, the Ribbit and Bigot Show is hilarious. It's hilarious. I look forward to it every Saturday. And times when they're sick, like they were this last weekend, it makes me sad. Southern Comic Geek says, I love me some Valiant. Yeah, I've read a couple of Valiants that I've liked. A couple of them. Captain Pennsylvania says, I would do videos, but somebody may come take my shield and make me retire like my father Steve. All good, man. All good. Perry Comics says, thank God you live. I'm so effing bored. Well, I'm getting ready to end here in a minute. Ords Board says, thanks, bro. I expect some criticisms from you. Thanks for the shout out. No, most of the time when I'm leaving comments and stuff, like, I'm all just joking, man. I like to just have fun. I like to joke around. That's why, I know my video the other day, upset some people and everything, and for the most part, I'm like, it's all just a joke, I don't know. I like to have fun and joke around, man. And certainly parody plays into that. But yeah, no, you're welcome, man. And I definitely need to go check out some of your stuff because I have seen a couple of your videos from back when, because I think I subscribed right before, maybe it was. Because I think I've seen maybe the Fandom Collective had been shouting you out. And, shouts out to the Fandom Collective for promoting so many channels. They're always on it on Twitter and everything, man. But I think I found you on there and I subscribed. And then I seen your video on Drunk 3PO's channel. I was like, oh, cool. So, yeah, I need to go and go watch some more. But certainly, I'll leave some criticisms in there. And please, always feel free to leave any criticisms on my videos, I think some people get afraid to I don't want to be mean or anything but some people read things the wrong way and take things the wrong way too. Some people are so sensitive these days. But me, for the most part, I just like to joke around and have fun, man. Tom's Comic Book Reviews says, yo, what's up? Thank you so much for being here. A Dude Review says, Kermit the Log cracks me up. Yes, absolutely. Hilarious. Hilarious. He says, ugh, I'm going to replay this. Yeah, you should replay it. So, yeah, guys, Rob Boswell, thank you so much for being here. So yeah, guys, pretty much that's what we have. Recap the show. What we talked about at the very beginning was over. You can go check out Murphy'sMultiverse.com. There's a story that he just dropped this morning talking about the Shang Chi, where they had cast some characters and are probably bringing in some potential characters for the Shang Chi movie, and just some predictions from leaks that have come out regarding the Shang Chi movie. I also got in here and talked a little bit about Captain Marvel 2 and how there's spin going on out there regarding some of the news that is going around with Captain Marvel 2, where we see, at first it was, Kelly Sue DeConnick is going to be the writer. People were outraged and, fake news. And then all of a sudden we've seen that they were casting a director, and it came out that they were looking for a female director, and, naturally people are upset about it, making clickbait videos about it, and I just clickbaited you into it too by playing into the same thing, by playing into the outrage and seeing, is there trouble on this production? Is it bad if they hire a woman director? Absolutely not. But like I said, I don't think the article I read, it sounded like they had a director in mind already that was a female. It didn't sound like they were looking for just a female director, but they very well could be. Who knows? Who knows? Really hard to say. But I also, after that, I talked about a video that I will be doing soon. I want to reach out to a couple of people, see if they might be willing to contribute to that video. A video I'm going to be doing called Saving Captain Marvel, in which I'm going to go in and present a way in which I think they could bring in certain people out there, certain fans out there back into the Captain Marvel franchise by way of paying homage to the characters that they have pretty much, where they pretty much tossed out the comic books out the window and just went ahead and brought in Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. So make sure to look forward to that. It's probably going to be a bigger production. That's why I've been putting off doing it, because I've been thinking about what am I going to do. It's just so much stuff. So look forward to that video coming. I'll see if I can have that out here in the next, probably in the next couple of weeks, because it's going to take me a little bit of time to do exactly what I want to do with it. But that's all I have for today's video today, folks, for the morning movie chat. Make sure that you're subscribed and click that little bell so you get notifications, because tonight is going to be the Trailer Park Live. And we always have a lot of fun on the Trailer Park Live, talking about some of the topics and things that have happened throughout the week, as well as starting off the show talking about some comic books. You all have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you guys later tonight on the Trailer Park Live. Later.